Hi, Kelly Swanson here. Welcome to my little video mini series on how to be authentic with no audience. There is so much to say about connecting and engaging through a screen that I've actually split this up into a series of mini videos. So you can take each tip that I give you, go work on it, process it, and then when you're ready, come back for the next one. So anyway, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to How to Be Authentic with No Audience. And here's a hint, slides are not the answer. As much of the business world is scrambling to go virtual, there are a few of us who have already been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. Speaking with no audience, I mean, we already know what it feels like to talk and sell into a camera with no idea who's listening. Now, I'm not talking about training on a camera, though been there too. Today, I'm actually talking about performing on a camera, telling stories, being funny, delivering content with no live audience engagement at all. It's the difference in a keynote and a webinar or meeting. Now, in January, as some of you know, I launched my one-woman show in a theater, Who Hijacked My Fairy Tale. And the day before the show, we did a dress rehearsal. And the video crew came up a day early to film the rehearsal for B-roll footage. Okay, they said, do your show. I'm like, what? I was expecting to just show them where I wanted everything to be and make sure my hair looked good in that light. Surely they didn't expect me to do my entire show. They did. And here's the thing. They wanted me to do it in real time. I'm like, what? Well, can't I just speed through it and give you the highlights? Nope. Lighting and sound needed to know what was going to happen at every moment. Camera crew needed to get footage at every single moment in case they wanted to lift some from here and insert it into tomorrow's live film. It had to match exactly. I couldn't even change my lipstick from one day to the next. Nope. So for 2 hours, I did my entire show in real time for a completely empty audience with 11 cameras placed everywhere, including 2 of them right up in my face. I had to do my show as if a real audience were sitting there. And did I tell you it's a comedy show with storytelling and act outs? Double gulp. But I took a deep breath and I did it perfectly. Well, almost. There's only one time where I stopped to ask a question and then we rolled on. In one take, I did the entire show. And when they put some of that footage into the next day's footage, it was an exact match. The timing for the empty audience was the same as the timing for a full audience. The camera guys said they had trouble holding the camera still because they were trying not to laugh. A couple of them said they cried in a completely empty auditorium. How crazy is that? Well, not that crazy. You see, I knew what I was doing. I don't want to brag, but I do. My material was so tightly crafted and so well practiced to look as if it wasn't that I already knew how much time to give for laughter, even when there was no laughter, at least that I could hear. I knew exactly when to slow down and speed up, and I knew exactly when I needed to look into the camera and deliver a powerful point. And I knew how to deliver my script as if it was coming to me in the moment. That, my friends, is not sitting at my couch and delivering content. That was performing authentically, conversationally, powerfully, even with no audience. It can be done. And if you want to grab that virtual business, you had better be one step up from the Zoom room look. As speakers on a stage, we're hired to create a live experience in that room. As speakers on camera, we're required to create a live virtual experience, even if it's just content they want, but especially if it's a live virtual keynote. This requires different skills and a whole lot of practice, but let's shorten the learning curve for you, because I've put together a series of tips based on what I've learned over 20 years about performing to no audience. In this video, we're going to look at tip number 1 on how to connect and engage when you can't see your audience. Tip number 1, set the stage. There is a reason our clients go to so much trouble to plan the stage, pick the backdrop, choose the right music, because the stage where you present the show matters to this whole experience. I don't care how nice your background is or how good you look or whatever. If we know you're sitting at your computer with your cat at your feet, we know you're sitting at your computer with your cat at your feet. Now, it's authentic for a webinar, yes, but there's a reason a stage is elevated and the speaker is made to look like the star of the show. Somehow, you have to find that on camera. I know, it's hard. So go back and look at your virtual presence. Can you create the illusion of a bigger stage? Please join us for more video tips on this topic by subscribing to the YouTube channel.